Hello. Welcome to your Friday. This is week 3 and I am stoked, okay? Why am I stoked? I'll tell you in a second. But the name Your Friday, it seems more and more I may just keep that name. But I do want some input and I'll tell you the ideas that have come forth so far, okay? Before I get into any messages though, this is going to be a staple of my videos every week, which is a sincere thank you to everybody who watches them. And I kind of want to explain that I look at every like, I look at every love, I read every message, and I try to respond to them. I get emails, private messages, and text messages. The messages I have gotten inspire me. I don't know how else to put that. And I've been kind of surprised by some of the things people have said. It just goes to prove that we are living in a world where if we allow ourselves, we can go downhill fast, right? So I want to thank everybody. And I consider you my partners because, like I said, I'm inspired by this. Even the messages that talk about the 2 clocks behind me. It's a beautiful thing, ain't it? Okay, so we did have a couple suggestions. A Look on the Bright Side was by Gene Fisher. Cindy Anderson said, what about Bright Side Friday? I thought, well, why don't we call it A Look on the Bright Side Friday? And then I thought, does that just get to be too many words? The reason I chose Your Friday is pretty simple, because it doesn't necessarily indicate a direction. So if I want to put a quote out there, if I want to put a positive message or any of that. So I kind of like Your Friday because it's just easy, all right? I did get a message from someone who made a couple suggestions that I really like. One is pay it forward. I love that. The problem with that, though, is I think they made a movie, and I don't want any copyright infringement crap to come my way, okay? But that same person who suggested pay it forward suggested kindness matters. With all of the other matters issues out there today, I think kindness matters is perfect. I love that. If for no other reason than just to keep that in the back of your head, because kindness does matter, folks, okay? So when I thought about this week's message, I realized in going back through my other messages, it's easy for me to sit here and say, look on the bright side, or you don't have to look far to find someone worse off than you, right? I don't tell you how to go about it, and I'm not sure that I need to. And I don't know that I even have the answers for that, but I do have some suggestions, okay? I'm going to take the most extreme issue and share it with you. I lost my father 3 years ago. Probably the most devastating thing that's ever happened to me because he was my best friend. Anyone who knows me knows the relationship I had with my father, and I miss him every single day. Some days are worse than others. So, if I'm having a bad day and I want to take the theory, look on the bright side, how do I get past the issues I'm having? It's very simple, okay? I think about the fact that my father's no longer in pain. And if you believe in heaven, he's up in heaven in a brand new body, and he's running around happy as can be, no pain, probably laughing at me. I'm sure he's laughing at me, okay? The other thing I think about is that my father lived his life to go to heaven. He went to church every day. I never even realized how amazing he was in many regards until he was gone. And believe me, the man was my hero while he was here. So when I think about those things, it doesn't necessarily take the grief away, but I will tell you what it does do. It takes away the pain right then and right there. And it changes my mind's direction. I look on the bright side, okay? Before you know it, you're on to some other issue, okay? There's another thing I want you to think about. If you really want to make a change in your life and you want to change it to a positive or what have you, I'm going to give you an example of something else that may have come true in your life that works here with a positive mental attitude or a mantra. We've all been told that if you want that car, find a picture of it, cut it out, and put it on your refrigerator. Every day, tell yourself, I'm going to have that car someday. And you will have that car someday if you believe in it, right? It's kind of the same idea with taking a positive mental attitude. There's a few things that you could do. You could write something down next to your alarm clock. When you hit that alarm clock, it says, be positive. Or you could set your alarm to go off a couple of times a day. When that alarm goes off, you simply say, time to go and make change. I'm going to go make somebody smile. I'm going to make somebody laugh. I'm going to smile at someone and see if I can be goofy enough to get them to smile back at me, okay? When you do that, you change the lives of others and you change your own life, okay? I'm not always 110% positive. I have issues, okay? I have a lot of issues, all right? No, I have issues in my life that are kind of depressing. But it's up to you whether or not they're going to stay there or you're going to make that change. It's really that easy, okay? So with that in mind, I'm going to ask you to have a fantastic weekend and a great next week. And again, I want to thank everybody. I think we're going to go with your Friday. I kind of like it more and more, but I do want a response. Tell me what you think. I'll see you next week.